Hello, me mateys! Vuvi Yaloovie here, climbing up the ranked doubles ladder in hopes to become the #1 Alcremie player. Am I right, me mateys? Yes, I'm right! Oh, goodness gracious me, I'm getting crazy with these intros. Okay, very good. Now, today, me mateys, today is Mega Dragalge Day. Now, Mega Dragalge is very, very tanky, very good for a Audino team who loves to run Trick Room. Am I right, me mateys? Yes, so, today I'm going to be building a Mega Dragalge team. I'm going to spend this first, 10-15 minutes just building it up, right? With the Dragalge. We know what Audino and Alcremie are going to do. Alcremie is going to be Life Orb Alcremie, and Audino is just going to be that Choppleberry set. However, the rest of the team I will be building on from here, and in actual fact, I'll just remove these Pokemon. Alright, so who do we want from here, right? Now, the first thing, I'm going to get this out of the way because this is what I thought what would happen, but apparently not. So the first thing I thought was to have Roserade on the team, apart from Dragalge, right? Now, the original idea behind this is that we would have Roserade, because in Legends ZA, Roserade learned Mortal Spin, Glimora's signature move, right? The Mortal Spin, basically rapid spin on the enemy and you poison both sides, right? As long as they're not poison or steel type. And me mateys, unfortunately, they did not grace Roserade with Mortal Spin in this game. As you can see, it's so sad. It's so very sad because this would have been a nice alternative to Glimora, right? Rocking even more speed than even Mega Glimora, I believe. Either that or it's the same, right? And we'd run a Focus Sash Roserade with Mortal Spin. And while we wouldn't run Venoshock on Dragalge, just the fact that my opponents would have to deal with poison chip damage would get them into ranges that would be very ideal for the rest of my team. That I was thinking anyway. And we could usually get solid 2-hit KOs on almost everything, right? After Poison Chip. Now, unfortunately that didn't get to happen because Roserade does not learn Mortal Spin, and Glimora is still the only one who can learn it, so it's kept its signature move for itself. And so, me mateys, now I'm going to see what I can run on this Dragalge. Now, Dragalge being a really good Trick Room Pokemon, I think it's probably just nice to go with a standard sweeper set. Now, because I'm running Audino and Alcremie, with no plans for a steel type on this team, I'm not going to be running Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave would be very nice into anything that's not like Rain Archaludon, right? And Metagross teams. And then you've got to watch out for Gholdengo, but I think Sludge Bomb in this case still works out pretty fine. And for this Dragalge set, I don't want any coverage because our coverage options aren't that great. Just from a dragon type standpoint, we only got water coverage to work with. And generally, the water type coverage that we'll need is specifically for ground types in this case. Dragalge's damage output, with the set I'm planning to run, doesn't really do well against Sun. It can kind of work if we're going with, let's just say Whirlpool or Chilling Water if they're physical, right? Whirlpool would be funny just to keep them in, but yeah, I think I've figured out something better for water coverage. And this time, we'll be running Acid Armor Dragalge. Now, Acid Armor paired with max HP and a little bit of defense is quite unbelievably tanky. After +2, a 6 stacked, a Rage Fist that has been boosted 6 times, so Mouse Ape, right, does not OHKO a Dragalge at +2. At only +2. So that's pretty crazy, me mate. He's pretty crazy stuff, in my opinion. And exactly this thing that I will go for. And it's quite interesting that I see here that Dragalge also gets access to Snowscape. That's very interesting and might play into what I have in mind to cover for not having Rose Raid. No, the Rose Raid is was the toxic spreader, the poison spreader. So this time, what I'm going to do for Dragalge, I'm going to also have Dragon Pulse over Draco Meteor. That's just so we can stay on the field longer. I don't particularly think... I mean, we could get away with Draco Meteor running next to Alcremie, right? Draco Meteor, decorate Draco Meteor, blah blah blah, right? Another thing we could do is like Dragon Cheer from Goodra, right? And then just Draco Meteor, and 50% of the time we will get a critical hit, not needing to worry about the special attack. That is also an option, but for now, I'm just going to go with Acid Armor and Protect. And Dragon Pulse. And then, obviously we want Quiet since we're Trick Room Sweeper. Also a nice thing about Rose Raid 2, I believe it also got Cotton Spore. So if we ever come across, say, Mega Crabominable, right, we can Cotton Spore our own Dragalge, and then we'll be slower than it under Trick Room. Now, Mega Crabominable and Mega more so Mega Morwile than Mega Crabominable pose a really big threat to Mega Dragalge because one, Morwile's completely resistant to anything that Dragalge wants to do, right? And two, Mega Crabominable is, those Ice Hammers really hurt Dragalge. Even at +2, we're barely surviving. I mean, it's better than what I'm making it out to be, and in fact, I will just look it up just to confirm. Okay, so at +2, we can survive exactly 1. That's kind of how nuts our Acid Armor is for Dragalge, but if we don't have the Acid Armor boost, then we just get annihilated by even Ice Punch Mega Crabominable, right? Very tough stuff to go up against, and the team I'm building will not be covering for those two. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. The obvious answer to those two would just be Armarouge, right? If I was going to put Armarouge on the team, that exactly would cover for both of them. Both Morwile and Crabominable, right? We just Heat Wave, get rid of them, we know what to do, right? Could even run Flamethrower. I think against those two, just want Heat Wave because they're more likelier that they're going to be not running Wide Guard unless if they're planning specifically for Heat Wave shenanigans on Charizard Y, right? So Flamethrower might be a bit better, but Heat Wave's fine too. Now, the thing I want to run next to Dragalge now, not Overquill. I was thinking Overquill for Armarouge, but Overquill doesn't have enough special defense to make it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place Abomasnow on the team, and I'm going to get rid of Ice Spinner for Ice Shard again. Now, the idea behind Abomasnow, as we already have seen from the last time I used Abomasnow, very good ice damage into those Garchomps and those ground types. Steelix is a little bit problematic for Abomasnow, but a Mystical Fire from an Alcremie can just destroy the Steelix because it doesn't have that much special defense, all things considered. We do have to be careful about running into it in Trick Room though, because Alcremie is usually faster than Steelix. They can run a bit of speed, but like they need to be almost max speed to outspeed Alcremie. And then we're going to be giving this one the Focus Sash, and then we're going to bring back Vaporeon again for this team. We could have Palafin too for a nice physical option, water type, but Vaporeon's just nice. And then, of course, me mateys, of course, I'm also bringing back the Meowscarada too. Now, Meowscarada on this team, right? Okay, well, we're giving the Focus Sash to Abomasnow, and I don't particularly want to give Meowscarada a choice scarf in this situation because Meowscarada handles the Gholdengo matchup pretty nicely. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot so I remember what my previous moveset was. So anyway, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So the Vaporeon in this case is to handle those mean ground types, not so much to resist the steel type, well, not steel types, but like, because it's more so to cover like for the ground types and those ice types, like ice coverage Pokemon, right? T-Tar can be a little bit problematic if they're running Ice Punch. I've gotten hit by it so many times that I'm expecting them to run Ice Punch by now, but the only issue with Vaporeon, right, is because of the freeze-dry weakness, right? Can't get away from that. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. But me mateys, I think we should be fine with Vaporeon in this case. And then Meowscarada would be very nice to deal with Gholdengo, and by extension, Mega Metagross. Now, this team is still pretty weak to Mega Metagross, even though we're going to be running Meowscarada. And that's just because the move choice I'm going to be picking for Meowscarada, which will be a knockoff over Throat Chop. Now, knockoff is so that an adamant Meowscarada is able to OHKO a typical Life Orb set, or at least like any Gholdengo that's running max speed and max special attack, right, with the Life Orb. With that set, we always KO with knockoff. Now, the only issue with this is we don't get to do any extra damage into Mega Metagross specifically because Mega Stones don't count towards knockoff's extra damage output, right? So we'll just have to be careful of that. And we're going to be running a max HP set on Meowscarada, my favorite me mateys, because what I really want to do with this Meowscarada is low kick those Tyrannitars and knock off those Gholdengos. The other steel types we have to worry about is Skarmory and Mega Excadrill, or at least Excadrill by itself, because Excadrill being that ground typing as well as the steel typing is just so problematic for this team in general. Hopefully Abomasnow should be able to account for that. And we're also going to be rocking the Protect on... oh, do you get to Detect? No, you don't. Yeah, Protect should be fine. Yes, this is very, very weak into any fire team. But you know, me mateys, we don't mind. We're just gonna be rocking max HP, max attacks, Meowscarada. Oh dear, with the adamant nature. Oh no, me mateys, what are we thinking? We're gonna put in the 2 points into defense. I do believe that's to survive a dual wing beat from Aerodactyl a little bit better. But oh dear, me mateys. Okay, very good. And then our item on Vaporeon's pretty much Mystic Water. If we want to, we could actually just put in slightly less attack for more bulk on our Meowscarada, but there's not like any specific ranges that come up too often for that to matter. So I'm just going to put the random Citrus Berry on Meowscarada. I could put black glasses on Meowscarada too. I think that would work better, but I want to go one match with Citrus Berry Meowscarada. I've always wanted to try it. Okay, very good. So, at a glance, this team is just going to fall to any steel types. Like, steel types are always my main weakness, right? And I'm not running a single fire type to cover for it. I mean, Abomasnow should be the Armarouge, but me mateys. I could even run Typhlosion. I kind of want to run Typhlosion. But me mateys, let's go with this. Alright, very good. And I managed to do it in under 16 minutes. Nice. Nice work. I guess the idea behind Vaporeon's stats, like max defense, I don't think you need max HP on Vaporeon. Unless if you want to do like a really bold, especially defensive build. Kind of works out like that. And then... oh, did I EV train Dragalge. Oh no, me mateys. Okay. And we might need another Trick Room user for this to really work. So Armarouge might be just a little bit better for the team. Let's go with Abomasnow. Let's see if Abomasnow really works out for the team. For this team, if I were to select Armarouge, we definitely want Sugarberry on Armarouge just so we don't get hammered by ground types. But me mateys, let's go with a match. If we come up across something we need Armarouge for, if it feels like we need Armarouge, I'm gonna put in Armarouge. Okay, we can probably get away without Armarouge, so Abomasnow stays. Oh dear me mateys. Okay, so the biggest problem is definitely going to be this Basculegion. We're not running Choice Scarf anymore, so Basculegion can outspeed this Meowscarada. Me mateys, I don't know if Citrus Berry is the play. Oh dear, okay. So you could just be pretty standard Garchomp, Aerodactyl, Garchomp Incin, or if you think we're going to be running Trick Room, I think it's going to be Aerodactyl Incin. I see no reason why I can't just have Dragalge in the back, but the only issue is having Dragalge in the back means that we don't have our offensive pressure first turn. Because I suspect you're going to lead Garchomp here. Garchomp, Aerodactyl, and hope for the flinch. So I want Abomasnow still, and then Dragalge, and I kind of do want something for this Basculegion, so I'm going to go for Meowscarada. Oh no, me mates. Oh dear, so the only trouble with this, if I don't manage my Trick Room turns right, I probably might fall behind a lot. It just depends on what they want to do against the Audino, right? Oh no, me mateys, what am I thinking? Yeah, Aerodactyl Garchomp, so probably just dual Rock Slides. But now we give them a choice. Do they just risk both their Pokemon going down here, right? We're not Mega Abomasnow, but we do need to make them think on the Garchomp slot. I think every day of the week we just target the Garchomp. Aerodactyl's problematic for those good Rock Slides against the Abomasnow. But with the snow up, I think we can get away without it. We'll just Ice Shard the Garchomp this turn. Next turn we can think about Aurora Veiling. Now if they KO the Garchomp with double Rock Slide, being that Focus Sash Garchomp, this should be fine, right? We can get into Dragalge anyway. Unless if Audino flinches, but that's okay. Oh, it's Mega Aerodactyl, okay. We're gonna get really hurt by this Rock Slide, but Ice Shard will just KO this Garchomp if they're not careful. Oh, not quite. It's a bulky Garchomp. Bulky Garchomp. Okay, that's alright. Dual Wing Beat. We won't faint to that. Wow. But the Rock Slide will get the Abomasnow. Now, it's going to be a little bit problematic if we flinch on the Audino, but shouldn't be too bad. We do have Meowscarada. Oh dear me mateys. Alright, let's see how we can go. Life Orb, Garchomp, very good. So it's a bulk. Yeah, we flinch on the Audino. Okay, that's alright. We can still go for, let's see. I think we still go for Dragalge anyway. Even though we didn't get Trick Room up, we can still protect on the Dragalge. Now, you're gonna probably run that back with double Rock Slide. So, Trick Room still, and do we want to protect on the Dragalge, right? I suspect we probably do, because if we don't, next turn, Dragon Claw can just KO the Dragalge. So we'll protect this turn and see how we go. Double Rock Slide's going to feel really bad, and that's going to prove the biggest problem. So had I known it was Mega Aerodactyl, I probably would have just gone for the Ice Shard into that, right? But I think this was fine. Earthquake shouldn't faint the Audino from this position, so we should be fine. Yep, very good. Audino hangs on just barely, so they do unfortunately get a free switch in into their next Pokemon. But that shouldn't matter unless if it's Basculegion specifically. So if it is Basculegion, we do have to be careful of... we do have to be careful of Last Respects onto the Dragalge. I think at this point, we just want a little bit of damage into this Aerodactyl. We are going to underspeed it with Meowscarada, but the Sylveon poses the biggest threat. So I think in this case, we protect the Audino and either go for an Acid Armor or a Sludge Bomb. Considering your team, it's probably Basculegion in the back anyway. So, do I risk taking a Rock Slide? I think I do. Mega the Dragalge and Acid Armor. Alright, let's see how we go with this. Mega Dragalge looks cool, by the way, I just gotta say. My goodness. Still not quite sure what the horns are doing. At the top, they kind of look like Stantler horns, but yeah. Oh no. Hyper Voice, it shouldn't do that much damage into Dragalge, all things considering. Yep, not too much damage, and with no Throat Spray, we're pretty fine. And let's see how much Rock Slide does. We can go for a Live Dew this turn and focus down the Sylveon now. They might protect the Aerodactyl. I don't think they would, but I think going for a Live Dew this turn is pretty nice, and then Sludge Bombing the Sylveon. Now, if they protect the Sylveon, that means they risk Rock Slide missing into the Audino, which means more Live Dew turns. So Sludge Bomb connects, no protect on the Sylveon, so they expect it to survive. Very good. Sylveon's very bulky, especially defensively, so that's alright. We're just going for a Live Dew, and we should be able to deal a fair amount of damage into this Aerodactyl. Oh, Rock Slide made KO, but the Live Dew was very important that turn. Oh, we don't survive on the Dragalge. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's alright. Not too bad. We can still go for a double up into this Aerodactyl now. Because it's last turn a Trick... Oh, 2 turns left a Trick Room, so I think we could probably just get away with doubling up into the Aerodactyl this turn. And I do believe a Flower Trick might be able to KO it, but if it doesn't, then that's kind of game, right? But that's okay. Sylveon not moving this turn is absolutely essential for us. Oh, that might not be enough. Oh, let's see. So Sylveon must recharge, that's okay. Flower Trick, will it KO the Aerodactyl? Oh, not quite. Oh, that's unfortunate. So that is game there, me mateys, but that's okay. I don't mind. Oh! Yeah, because what happens next, if we, I was gonna say, if Meowscarada survives, even if Meowscarada survives, right? Sylveon can potentially live a Thunderbolt onto from our Audino, and I might just prove it. And then Basculegion just comes in and ruins the day of Meowscarada. If it's not Choice Scarf Basculegion, then it's a little bit better, right? But yeah, it's a little bit better from there. But yeah, they correctly detect the Sylveon because they're just trying not to miss the Rock Slide or Dill Wing Beak too. So very good. My opponent knew what to do for the end game, even if they played it very safe, right? Even if they miss that turn, Trick Room goes down, and then we just have nothing. We just get outsped, right? And Hyper Voice will just take us down. So very good on my opponent there. But yeah, if Dragalge just went down to the Aerodactyl, and I know what you're probably thinking, Surf would have been, or any water coverage move would have been really good for this Aerodactyl, right? Having that over having Muddy Water over Acid Armor would have been much more beneficial. in that specific situation. Because if Hyper Beam and then plus Rock Slide just barely got the Dragalge there. But very good, me mateys. Yeah, so not too bad, all things considering. I'll keep on going. I think the main thing is that it was Mega Aerodactyl, and we needed to go for the Ice Shard onto that. Because I was worried it was going to be Focus Sash Aerodactyl. But on that team, they didn't really have any other Megas, so maybe I should have thought it was Mega Aerodactyl. But that's okay, me mateys. Alright, Mega Staraptor with a potential for Mega Charizard. Dragalge only cares about Mega yes, other Mega Dragalges too. Mega Charizard X, because Tough Claw's Dragon Claw is going to do so much damage. I think the option here... we can definitely lead the Abomasnow again. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is if they want to go for Whimsicott Staraptor, right? Whimsicott Mega Staraptor. And considering their team comp, they are kind of built around the screen Staraptor comp. So the Corviknight's going to be the biggest problem here. Because Dragalge can handle pretty much everything else on that team. So Corviknight requires us to use Thunderbolt a little bit more. And then let's go with Audino Abomasnow again. I think we want our own screens coverage. Dragalge, and I think we can get away with Alcremie for this. We might just be able to get away with Alcremie. We could have Vaporeon for Scald, but if they're Body Press Corviknight, that's just gonna feel a bit worse for wear. Nowadays they do tend to run Bulk Up. Well, at least the ones I've been encountering anyway. So we'll go with this and see how we do. So let's see if we can take down the Mega Staraptor, if it is Mega Staraptor. It's Whim's Charizard. Okay, that's okay. First thing then, we probably just want to either switch out the Abomasnow, or we could go for a cheeky Ice Shard into this Whimsicott. We do survive the double... we can survive a double up, depending on what the Whimsicott's move is. If they Moonblast, Weather Ball, the Audino, that is kind of it for the Audino slot. So I think just still going for Trick Room. We can't feasibly go for Aurora Veil in front of Charizard, so... do I need the Abomasnow? Not after this turn, so Trick Room and Ice Shard into this Whimsicott should be okay. Because you see the Abomasnow, I think you're going to Heat Wave. If you know if you know Audino gets Trick Room, then a Weather Ball is exactly what they need here. So they go for the Tailwind, so I don't think they know that we get Trick Room, so it's probably just Heat Wave, right? So we'll go for the Ice Shard, nice damage onto the Whimsicott, and now we can just focus down this Charizard. Abomasnow avoids the Heat Wave! Oh no, so we will just get up Trick Room anyway. That's so nice. I think now we can just switch into Dragalge on the Audino slot. We don't really fear anything apart from Air Slash, critical hits, but like, that should be fine. And then because they missed, I think just going for Ice Shard into the Charizard now is just fine. If they Moonblast and get the stat drop on Dragalge, that's a little bit unfortunate, but this is just extra chip damage, and oh my goodness, Abomasnow, my goodness. Yep, so Charm, that is a Mega Staraptor they had, so because they had Charm over any other move in that situation. Okay, that's good to know. Oh no, me mateys. Very good. And Abomasnow! What is... Abomasnow, please! Calm down! Okay, I think we just Mega and go for a Sludge Bomb onto this Charizard. I think it should just KO. They might want to go for a Protect. I still think a -2 should be able to get through it. This Abomasnow is just not taking any Heat Waves. You know what, let's go back into Audino, just in case if they do decide to Protect. Did I Mega the Dragalge? Please tell me I Mega the Dragalge. Oh no, me babies. Oh no, what's going on? Yes, I did. Okay, very good. Yeah, so Sludge Bomb being a little bit stronger than Dragon Pulse, we'll choose that over in this situation. And another Charm for the Abomasnow. Very good. I still think we might just get the Charizard with Sludge Bomb. Or not quite. We did need that extra bit damage. That's alright. So Audino takes a huge chunk of damage. I think we can just go for Sludge Bomb Life Dew. Even if they Protect, right, we can just heal up. And Moonblast shouldn't KO the Audino from this range. The only thing we fear is the Fake Tears from the Whimsicott in this situation. So it's quite unfortunate that we used up so many turns, right, of Trick Room. But this should be okay. Leech Seed. Corviknight gets Leech Seeded. I think that was a misplay. I think in this situation you always just Leech Seed the Dragalge. Yeah, because if you show Life Dew, yeah. I don't think you wanted more HP on your Whimsicott, so that's very unfortunate that they accidentally picked that. Because we can just OHKO the Whimsicott any day of the week. Now, because Corviknight's hit the field, I think we can go back into Abomasnow? No, I think I want Alcremie, even though it is last turn of Trick Room. Then again, I think I just want to get rid of this Whimsicott, so Sludge Bomb the Whimsicott and then Life Dew again. Yeah, Charm doesn't really matter. I think they just misclicked. That's okay, me mateys. Sludge Bomb, there goes the Whimsicott. No problemo. Even if that does remove their Leech Seed status, I don't think... Oh, it kind of does matter against Corviknight, but that's okay. I'll just rid them of their troubles if that is what happens. Okay, very good. Let's see. Base Body Press isn't going to hurt that much. So that means it's probably Iron Defense, Corviknight. And we need to start Thunderbolting this thing. Okay. Who's their last? Oh, it's third Pokemon. The Staraptor. Okay. They already Mega'd their Charizard, so only Intimidate matters here. We'll go for a switch out on the Dragalge. Or we could just keep the Dragalge. We'll go into Abomasnow on the Dragalge slot. I want to prioritize Regenerator from Audino in this situation, so I'm going to do a double switch. Feels a bit weird, but I think I just want, because I know it's Iron Defense Body Press, I want to Mystical Fire it now. The only issue is that we might take a Brave Bird on the Alcremie slot, so that's going to feel really bad if that does happen. It's just close combat, so that's okay. Very good. And then probably a Body Press, right? Onto... yeah, Iron Defense. Okay. After Aurora Veil, we should be okay. Because you probably want to set up another, you want to set up another Iron Defense, and Leftovers is covering for Leech Seed. Okay, so they did mean to Leech Seed their Corviknight. Huh. Okay, well, either case, I think I still click Aurora Veil. And, do I Protect? Your last Pokemon is Charizard. So if I just rely on Trick Room, I should be able to get past that. Life Orb Alcremie can't take down Corviknight from this range, so I'm going to risk Mystical Firing. I'm going to risk Mystical Firing, and then we'll see how we do. Blaze Kick. Ooh, very good. Do they double up into the Abomasnow? No, they just click Iron Defense. Okay, so that's very good for me then. We can get off a Mystical Fire, and then, because they didn't Brave Bird the Alcremie, this just does so much damage. Very good. Unfortunate Mirror Armor, but that's okay. We should be able to get it next turn, and then we can Ice Shard this Staraptor now. Because they didn't switch in their Charizard, this is a really good play. And if they switched in the Charizard over the Staraptor, that would have probably been worse for wear, but then they kind of have no switch-in options for Ice Shard. So that's okay. And now we can just go Ice Shard into this Staraptor, and then Brave Bird might be able to KO the Alcremie, but we're still going to go for it. Corviknight's still pretty low enough that Audino can KO it with Thunderbolt. So that should be okay. And they kind of realized that, me mateys. Very good, very good. Oh, very good, me mateys. Abomasnow kind of goes hard. And by extension, Dragalge did pretty well. Even though it was there only to threaten the Whimsicott, I think that team was more or less focused around the fact that they needed to get their birds running, their flying types running off the field. So actually, I think maybe an electric type Pokemon could handle that. But yes, I know what you're thinking. Armarouge still would have done much better for my team in that situation. Okay, let me go one more match without Armarouge, and I'm going to do a match with Armarouge over the Abomasnow slot, even though Abomasnow's just kind of taken over. Oh dear me mateys, oh what a Dragalge showcase. I haven't really KO'd anything with the Dragalge. Oh, it's there though. Oh no, please forgive me mateys. I wanted to give Dragalge a shot. We got to see a regenerator going off, and here we go. This is a little bit problematic, but not the end of the world. In this case, we can have the Abomasnow in the back, but it's more than likely that they're going to lead Sneasler Garchomp. And for that reason, I'm going to have the Abomasnow in the back. Oh, goodness gracious me, mateys. Oh no. Even if they do lead Charizard, we can switch into Dragalge. The only issue is with this team, I think having Meowscarada might be a little bit better. It's not looking good for me. Oh, Meowscarada. Knockoff's just not going to do anything to the Venusaur, especially if it's Mega Venusaur. Mystical Fire could work here. And that's what I'm exactly going to go through. Now, issue is that we do kind of just feint to Eruption Heatwave if they decide to lead it. So the most problematic lead for me is Garchomp, Sneasler, and the Typhlosion Charizard. So this is very tough off the bat. So I think I will lead the Dragalge just to make sure they're not leading the Sun option, because that's kind of what we have a chance into. Because we can protect the Audino to avoid Fake Out turn 1. Close combat we can survive. It's just the Garchomp that does the extra damage is what we don't like. So it is Typhlosion Charizard. So leading the Dragalge was the correct choice here. Very good. Still not overly, like, fantastic for the Audino, right? Because Heatwave Weather Ball, or even just, like, Eruption Weather Ball will just do so much damage into us. Yeah. So I think I'm going to try and play this a little bit safer. I want the Audino to survive. I want to try keep preserving the Audino, and let's see how much defenses we really have on this Dragalge, right? So we're going to try for a Dragon Pulse onto this H-Typhlosion, because that's what's going to click Eruption on us. Next turn, we switch in the Abomasnow to get rid of the Sun for that turn, and then kind of let the Abomasnow go down and see how we go from there. Oh dear me, mateys. Oh, very good. So, let's go Mega Dragalge. Let's see how much special defense we really have. So, we're definitely going to get, like, annihilated, but if they click single target moves, we're kind of good. So, Resisted Eruption in the Sun. Let's see how much damage we take, because Dragalge has a lot of special defense. Oh, that's not even... Oh, barely a quarter. So, Heat Wave might just take us down to half. Oh, Dragon Pulse. Interesting. We could have just Trick Roomed that, but that's okay. That is definitely okay. Now we can prompt a defensive play from the Typhlosion if they're not rocking the Choice Scarf. So I still think going for Trick Room here is just fine, and switching into Abomasnow. Just so we can get Regenerator boost back. Like a little bit more HP on Regenerator. And if they choose the Heat Wave, then that's okay, they're now in Snow. Yep, so this gets rid of Focus Sash, but that's okay. Let's see what they do into the Abomasnow. They just Heat Wave, so Heat Wave does connect. Very unfortunate for Abomasnow, but we appreciate you coming in, Abomasnow. Very good, thank you. Yep, Armarouge definitely would have been better, but oh well. Oh no, me mateys. Okay, so since we know that the Typhlosion is scarfed, otherwise they never click Eruption again, we can just go double up into this Charizard. If we want to cover for their switch-in is pretty much Venusaur or Whimsicott. I think I can let either one switch in here. We'll deal with it after that happens. So I'm going to go for a... ooh, do I want to Thunderbolt this? Because Thunderbolt still won't be enough to KO the Charizard, so I think Life Dealing up is just a bit better here. And then we can Sludge Bomb this Charizard. We know they have Dragon Pulse. It barely won't KO after a Life Dew. But yeah, this should be okay. Yep, and then Eruption shouldn't KO. Oh, critical hit, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, very good, Dragalge hangs. Okay, very good. Alright, so now we can just go into Thunderbolt, and then switch out the Dragalge again for Alcremie. This is making full use of Regenerator, so I'm very happy we got into this situation. So you protect all the Charizard, that's okay. I'm impressed that you're not switching it out, because this is very much like, if you switch out the Charizard and get back Sun Up, then this Typhlosion is just so much more threatening, right? Alright, let's see, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt still gets you, but it is last turn of Trick Room, so Life Dew and Dazzling Gleam should be okay here. No, 2 turns left of Trick Room, my bad. Yeah, just this clean Dazzling Gleam. Oh yeah, be mateys. Okay, let's see if you brought Sneasler. Garchomp. Oh, it's not going to appreciate a Dazzling Gleam here. We might KO the Typhlosion, but yeah, no, never mind me, mateys. Alright. Oh, very good. And Eruption's just not going to do any damage. I think their folly was not switching out the Typhlosion. Especially if they're Choice Scarf, we're just not taking any damage from it now. Yeah, and they kind of realized that too, yeah. They should have switched out the Typhlosion, and I think they would have had that. Considering they had Dragon Pulse Charizard over Solar Beam, I'm assuming. I think it just would have worked out for them if they switched out the H-Typhlosion. But me mateys, I'm going to switch out Armarouge for Abomasnow. I mean, I'm going to switch it other way. I'm going to switch out Abomasnow for Armarouge, and maybe that might just work better. And because of this, we do need Sugar Berries specifically for those ground types. We can handle the water types with Dragalge, right? Where is it? I did have it there. There it is. Very good. And yeah, the ground being weak to ground is such a threat for this team, and this is a very nice grass water fire core too. Oh dear. Okay, so we'll just go one more on the Dragalge, see how we do. Actually, if I can fit it in, I'll do 2 more. It's not that much different. So I'll go 2 matches if I can fit it in with Armarouge. Oh, let me just make sure I did switch Armarouge's attack. It should be the Trick Room set. Trick Room, Heatwave. Yep, very good. Okay, so the only issue with this Armarouge is pretty much getting blocked out by Wide Guard, right? Wide Guard for Heatwave on your steel types is just so problematic. So do need to be careful of that. I'm going to see how it works. And Mega Scrafty. Or Mega Garchomp. This looks like a team where you would have Mega Garchomp as a backup option. Because my team, apart from Meowscarada, does not care about Mega Scrafty one bit. Choice Scarf Vivillon, or even just Vivillon by itself, is going to prove a bit of a problem. So let's see what we could do into that. If you want to sleep the Audino, Focus Sash Vivillon will just get us here. I think we could make a use case for leading Alcremie here. The only issue is if you lead Vivillon Sneasler, right? In that case, I think I lead Armarouge Dragalge? Armarouge Dragalge, Audino in the back, and then kind of my choice between Vaporeon and Alcremie. I think I prefer the Vaporeon in this situation, just because they do have the Ninetales, but they could have Freeze Dry on Ninetales, especially for Swamperts, right? So maybe it would have been better going for Alcremie, but I wanted to give Vaporeon a go too. So let's see how we do with this. So Mega Scrafty we don't really care about it with, the only thing is the double fake out or even, yeah. So you're likely to fake out the Armarouge, right? And Mega Scrafty is going to hurt with those close combats or that dark type move that it usually runs. I forgot which one it runs. So I think in this case, you probably want to fake out the Armarouge, or if you know that you're going to KO us with the Mega Scrafty, you go for a fake out onto the Dragalge, and then just annihilate the Armarouge. So I want to see if you're going for that play, and I'm going to land a raw, I think a raw Dragon Pulse into your Sneasler. I think that's the one I fear the most. Yeah, I think Alcremie would have been a little bit better here. Even though it is weak to Sneasler, if we ever get off the Trick Room, annihilating this Scrafty just does so well for us, right? Because it can still get past, like, both of these two Pokemon can still get past the Audino. Close combat from both of these Pokemon will just get the Audino, so very good for them to lead this combination in particular. Alright, so let's see how we can fare against this. And also, Abomasnow wouldn't have been any good into this composition too. Oh no. Okay. So they protect their Sneasler. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, no, that's very good for them. Oh, they knew. They read me like a book, me mateys. Okay. Fortunately, though, we can actually survive a +1 Scrafty thanks to Colberberry. So I don't think I'm worried about... Oh, no, I have Chocoberry. No, that's alright. Okay, that's okay. In this case... You probably just want to send a Dark-type move. This is just so I can get in Audino. We're going to be playing from the back foot here. I think what I do, I Acid Armor, or I go for a Sludge Bomb into this Scrafty. It's still not going to KO it though, so that's just a bit unfortunate. Maybe an Acid Armor last turn would have been better, but I think going for Dragon Pulse still is pretty nice. They read that turn so well on that end. Oh, that was a really good read from them. Protecting your Sneasler, even if you were covering for Psychic onto the Armarouge, that's okay, right? I think they didn't expect the... I think they didn't expect us for going for a move with the Dragalge, right? I still think this is fine. You need to double close combat us. The only issue is that we might actually have to take a close combat with Audino. Let's try and get up a Trick Room anyway, and then if we can, Acid Armor would be very nice in this situation. Yeah, because this Scrafty is here to stay. And Audino should be taking the brunt of this damage, right? They have to double up into Audino if they don't want Trick Room going up. Throat Chop will feel bad, or any Dark-type move into Dragalge will feel bad before we get off Acid Armor, but this is kind of what we're hoping for. They need to target down the Audino because it's a normal type, right? They're probably also figuring, why did I switch out Armarouge when I had perfect Psychic coverage into the Sneasler? I think they played a little bit too passively now that I'm getting the read on what they're trying to do. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, that would have been such a good game though. Oh, so unfortunate. Oh, no, me mateys. Oh, if there's one thing I'm sad about, it's winning by default. I mean, I'll take it. I'm Vuvi Yaloovie, but I'll take every win I can get. But me mateys, could you not see how good that game could have been? Oh no, me mateys. Okay, even though we could have probably saw a, if they managed their Scrafty well into the Dragalge slot, I think they could have easily made that a very close game, right? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh no, me mateys. I'm giving it another game. This is why you need to get off your... Well, not get off your phone. That's probably what they were doing. Stick to your guns. Don't play during school. Oh dear me, mate. No, that's okay. That's okay. Let's try and go for another one. And I'll see you in that match, me mateys. Okay, here we go. Let's see who we can come across now. Hopefully they're not idling on their phone again. Alright. Oh, okay. Snorlax Steelix. Okay, so they kind of want Trick Room now. Thankfully, a Thick Fat doesn't prevent dragon damage, but I do not like this team. Okay, I think this is actually a really good use case for Meowscarada. Armarouge kind of has no business being here if they decide to go with Snorlax. However, I do need something for that Steelix. Although, we could just run a Vaporeon too, right? Yeah, because I think... Because we don't have access to any speed stat lowering moves, Dragalge will get outsped by those two, Steelix and Snorlax under Trick Room. So Vaporeon Meowscarada is very nice here, but if it's Mega Electros, that's a little bit worse for wear, so Dragalge should be able to handle that. Then Vaporeon, and if we need to, I think still running Trick Room anyway is pretty nice. I think I want Audino over Armarouge. Yeah. So this covers for Mega Steelix. It doesn't quite cover for Mega Electros, but that's okay. Yeah, Snorlax for Redraft. Okay. I need to be careful of Belly Drum. Okay. Farigiraf will do a lot of damage into Dragalge, but I suspect they want to Trick Room. And we're not Proteans, so I don't think a Low-Kick gets the Snorlax just, depending on what set they're running, but I think just going for an Acid Armor is always okay. Even a Farigiraf only does about half to a Dragalge. The main thing is we want to prevent Snorlax from stacking up. So if they go Protect Trick Room, that's okay. Dragalge can still put up a fight in Trick Room, despite it being Snorlax. So no Protect, so it's probably just... oh, no, it's not Belly Drum. Otherwise they'd do that HP thing. They'd have even HP. Okay, so that means they're going for a Trick Room. Stockpile! Ooh. Very nice to see Stockpile running around again, but I don't... Okay. Right, and Leftovers. Yeah. Oh, but Spit Up. Spit Up's a physical move. Right. Now I just target the Farigiraf. Yeah. If they wanted to attack with the Farigiraf, I Protect on this turn. We should be able to survive a Spit Up on Meowscarada from this range, especially at 1 stack, so knock off into you, and then protect the Dragalge. This is so we avoid the Psychic. So yeah, double Stockpile. Spit Up still won't faint the Dragalge even at 3 stacks, so we're okay for this. Reflect too, okay. At least we do take off the item from Farigiraf, so that's okay. And it's still 50%, okay. Citrus Berry, very good. Right. Okay. Can probably just go into Audino now. Go for Life Duty, and then just another... Either we can do for another Acid Armor, or go for a Dragon Pulse. Or a Sludge Bomb. I think going for a Sludge Bomb into the Farigiraf's nice. Now we can go for Life Duty, and if it's double-edged Stockpile, then that's okay too, but yeah, going to +3, a little bit worse for wear for my team, but that's okay. I want to see what they're clicking. Yep, so we just get the Farigiraf, so that's okay. The aim here is just to KO it with Flower Trick now. KO the Snorlax with Flower Trick. Okay, Sableye. Right. Helping Hand? No. No, you want to click Fake Out onto the Dragalge and just Spit Up, or now that you're fully stacked, you probably just want to go for Double Edges. Well, let's reverse Trick Room and go for the Sludge Bomb onto the Snorlax. Gravity. Gravity doesn't affect Fissure, does it? It is Fissure Snorlax. Yeah, no, gravity doesn't affect fissure, so I think I'm fine with that. Okay. I think I protect this turn just in case if they do hit me with the fissure. Yeah. Oh, this is a very weird situation. Because they're gonna hit it eventually, right? Okay. I'll try and paralyze it. No, I think I want the poison. I think we're pretty safe to go back into Meowscarada then. If they fissure the Meowscarada, that's just gonna feel so unfortunate, right? But that's okay. Steelix. Okay. Hopefully we don't just faint outright to fissure on Meowscarada, but that's okay. And yeah, okay, very good, okay. Now we just Flower Trick the Snorlax. It's only going to do about 30 to 40%-ish, but this should be okay. Oh no, fissure Snorlax, not again. And we just hope for a poison, I think. I'm glad I have Meowscarada for this situation, otherwise I'd have nothing for the Snorlax. Okay, Flower Trick, always a critical hit, so let's see how much it does. Yep, about 30%, so hopefully a Sludge Bomb should be able to get past the stockpile. Fissure still doesn't connect, so very good, me mateys. Oh no. Oh, double fissure! Oh, very good. Okay, but as we know, gravity doesn't affect the chances of fissure going off, so I'm very happy about this, me mateys. Since we're faster, just go for a Sludge Bomb. You might want to protect Snorlax and hope for a fissure KO on the Meowscarada. Maybe we should have put back Focus Sash since we weren't running Abomasnow, but that's okay, me mateys. Flower Trick. Goodbye, Snorlax. Sad to see you go. Unfortunately, Sludge Bomb will not connect with anything, but that's okay. I just wanted that Snorlax off the field. And now they're going for Iron Defense Body Press. Very good. Oh no. Okay. Well, we can still get past that with Flower Trick. Meowscarada's done its job, right? I think now they're probably going to just say... No, they can't do anything into Meowscarada, but they probably want to Encore us into Sludge Bomb on the Dragalge slot. So I think just a knockoff onto... Oh no, it's probably Mega Steelix, right? Oh. Knockoff onto the Sableye and just get it with Dragon Pulse should be okay. If they Encore us into Sludge Bomb, then we still get a bit of damage off into this. Yeah, because we have Vaporeon in the back, we're not that worried about Steelix. So this should be okay. Knockoff, what's your item? Should be Roselli. No, Light Clay. Okay, very good. Oh no, me mateys. And we still have Acid Armor from like turn 2, so I'm pretty happy to stay on the Dragalge slot. Body Press will just get the Meowscarada, nothing we can do about that, but that's okay. We just remove the Sableye and it's Steelix against the world here. Very good. I could... Okay, I'll go for Vaporeon. I don't want them clicking Fissure on me again, right? So this should be okay. Go for the Scald and go for the Dragon Pulse. What they should do here is probably aim for a Fissure onto the Vaporeon. If they get it, then it's just so hard for me to KO. It's Bright Powder Steelix. Oh no, I should have knocked off the Steelix. That's still pretty good damage, but still enough time for Fissure to land at least one, right? Yeah, okay, well, that's okay. If I lose to Bright Powder Steelix, I lose to Bright Powder Steelix. That's alright, me mateys. Dragon Pulse should still get a decent KO, but considering they're going Body Press now, they're probably aiming for Fissure onto us. Yeah, okay, we take out the Steelix, so very good, me mateys. That was a weird game, but I'm happy I got through it. And Mega Dragalge just stayed on the field for the entire time. I think they were hoping for a Fissure KO on it after Vaporeon went out, but the mateys, bunch of weird games, but I think they're pretty good. Of course I'd come across Fissure Snorlax again, right, me mateys? Oh no. Yeah, so gravity doesn't affect Fissure, so we were never worried about Fissure connecting with us easily, right? If it got us on the first turn, then I think that's just unfortunate. We were going to have a much tougher time into that Snorlax if Meowscarada went down. But because we do have that Flower Trick, we just kind of got rid of these Snorlax easy peasy. Now, I was kind of unsure if I should give out the team for the Abomasnow variant or the Armarouge variant. And me mateys, I'm going to give out the team with the Armarouge. I think that just works a little bit better. Sure, it's not great in a Garchomp, but that's kind of what the Alcremie's for anyway. So yeah, me mateys, not too bad of a few games here with Mega Dragalge. Am I right? Me mateys, and I can't find this thing for the life of me. Oh no. I think Dragalge kind of suffers a little bit from its low base HP, but it's not the end of the world for Dragalge, right? And the Acid Armor just covers for that particular weakness, right? There's like not much you could do about like Dragalge not having low base HP. Like the Acid Armor is just there to prevent physical damage, right? But like, I think what you could get away with, right, is running Light Screen just to cover for Sylveon, right? Especially those Hyper Beams, but that's okay. But yeah, this is the team for Mega Dragalge V80s. Pretty good matches overall. The Hyper Beam doing that much damage onto Dragalge was a little bit unfortunate, but considering it just didn't wipe out the Dragalge anyway, I think that's still a win for Dragalge. I probably should have just prioritized the Sylveon or protected that turn just so I knew what the Sylveon was after, but that's okay, me mateys. And then that Fissure Snorlax and Steelix, oh no, me mateys. We're glad we had the Meowscarada to deal with that, and very good. So, on your Meowscarada set, put in Focus Sash over Citrus Berry if you don't want to get O-Code right, but otherwise it's just Citrus Berry Meowscarada pulling out the stops. Oh, very good. And then, yeah, pretty much a standard Trick Room Sweeper. I suspect you probably want Sludge Wave over Acid Armor if you don't care about like how physically frail you potentially can be. You're not really worried about, like, because it's only the Garchomps you're really worried about, and then the occasional Excadrills. And maybe even Gliscor too, but yeah, Ground is probably the main weakness. Psychic coverage against Dragalge does hurt a bit, so that's why you got the Meowscarada for those knockoffs. Mega Alakazam and Mega Meowstic will pose a bit of a threat because knockoff won't do the full damage to Mega Stone Pokemon. Keep that in mind. And Low Kicks is just to remove Mega T-Tar, right? Overgrow Meowscarada might not be able to KO the Mega T-Tar, so do just keep that in mind. But a regular T-Tar should always faint the... should always be fainted to Low Kick, even without Protean. And apart from that, it's looking like a pretty solid team all round. You may want Muddy Water over Scald for Vaporeon. I prefer single target damage and managing my way around protects because, in my opinion, having Dazzling Gleam on Alcremie and Heat Wave on the Armarouge, it already feels bad. Well, not bad enough, but like already feels weird into wide guard compositions. But this should be fine overall. So Mega Dragalge. It's not the OHKO answer into Sylveon, right? It still does take a little bit for Dragalge to take out Sylveon, as you saw here, but hopefully, me mateys, that should give you an idea of how I like to run Dragalge, how I would run Dragalge, just as a standard Trick Room sweeper, right? You don't even need to run it in Trick Room for certain situations. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that happen to the full extent against that that Mega Scrafty player, but that's alright, me mateys, it happens from time to time. And there's the EVs for this team. Pretty standard all around it, probably except for Meowscarada, right? Yeah, so we have Dragalge is just standard max attack, max special attack, max HP. Meowscarada's max HP, max attack. Armarouge is also max HP with max special attack. And then you know the rest on Vaporeon, Alcremie, and Audino. Very good mateys. Dragalge, not too bad, not too bad. I do appreciate how much of a menace it can be in terms of like longevity and power output. Unfortunate they didn't give this thing like something like Calm Mind. I don't think it has Calm Mind. Does it have Calm Mind? No, they didn't give it Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, so it feels a little bit worse for wear. Just into the Sylveon matchup, and potentially the Mega Floette matchup too. I think they're not quite the same bulk, but yeah, we can get the Floette a little bit more often because they tend to run max speed sets, right? Or they could run the Calm Mind variant, but we don't really care about the Calm Mind variant on Dragalge. So max speed in Floettes will get KO'd by a Sludge Bomb from modest Dragalge anyway, so not too bad of a Mega. It does kind of fit the theming of the Mega Audino team with a Trick Room. Very nice to use on the Trick Room. It's just missing something for me. It's just missing like because I'm kind of comparing it to Mudsdale, right? Mudsdale can just remove a Sylveon with Heavy Slam, and Dragalge, because Sylveon and the Floette both almost don't get KO'd by Sludge Bomb. Sylveon almost never gets KO'd by Sludge Bomb, unless if they're rocking no special defense investment. Actually, I gotta check. I have to check now. Okay, Dragalge, Sylveon. Yeah, so Dragalge's only doing 68% to a Sylveon at modest, right? Feels really tough for the Dragalge, especially when Sylveon can just Hyper Beam. I mean, it is Hyper Beam, but still. Yeah, just... I'm just comparing the two. That's yeah, my bad, B-Baities. But yeah, okay. Can you forgive me though? Like if I can just wipe it out with Heavy Slam, that feels a bit better than trying to deal with it, I suppose you could say. But that's okay, me mateys. We don't mind Mega Dragalge here. We got a few wins with it, and I'm pretty happy with the overall result. Feels a little bit weird that we didn't run the water coverage now that I'm thinking back on it. Especially because Aerodactyl, right? But that's okay, B-Baities. I think I gave Mega Dragalge a pretty good run, all things considered, and I'll leave it at that. So, me mateys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming by to watch the Mega Dragalge video. I'm Vuvi Yaloovie, and I will be seeing you the next time in the next one. Ta and ta-ta.